with the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins.
Just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic, we are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Off we go through this downpour in South Florida. From the 6, here comes a return, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. 26-yard line. First carry here for Devon Achane. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Once again, it's Achane. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. To throw is Tua. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 44 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch it, Oscar. Yeah, ready. Ready, T, what's it? Ready, 2, stinger.
Tua, give it to Achane. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Tua now on 3rd down. This one intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
A play fake, now dart. Quick throw here is complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Out of the gun, third down. It's Dart. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play for the Giants. And even 30 yards.
First down, New York.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Dart. Here's a short pass. That's Higgins, the tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Handoff here, up the middle, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
It's going to be third. They need one.
Let's go now.
Dart gonna hold on to it himself, and the Giants are gonna have first and goal. It's inside the 10. Mark him at the 7.
And the Giants first down.
Here's a run, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Extra point attempt to come here. His kick is good, and the Giants will take a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins, nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Get your money up. I put money down. On all of us. On my people now.
Number 1, high. Why? Out, down. Hey.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
6-yard pickup.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Get set. Wait, team. Wait. Out.
Tua. Now a screen set up for H.F. Down the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 38 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Ready. All right, go ahead. Go. Ready. East, right, snow.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's got it at about the 8. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
Come on, 2. Ready,
Here's H.N. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
Ready.
H.N. on this defense. Backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
No gain on the play.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs. Now, after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
They'll go once more from the 3. 3rd and goal. They'll run with H.N. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are on the board. It's 7-3.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. Giants football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They have it 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll give on the ground, and he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Dart. He'll get this out to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. It's Jalen Phillips. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. That his second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. The PAT, up and good. And the Giants extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
They're right here. Out.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Punting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
From the gun, here's Tua. He's going to look for the home run ball. I had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
6 yards to go.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Throwing on third down, Tunga Bailoa. And that is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to lead to fourth down. On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. Now Dart. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On the play fake, here's Dart. That's to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
42-yard line.
Now a first down throw for Tua. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready. Ready, team.
A run here with Achan. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Dolphins first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That one out in front. Of his big target, they cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Ready, team. Out.
On the handoff, this is Achan. Good blocking to the 15. And he's in! Devon Achan. Touchdown, Miami. First touchdown of the game for the NFL's leader in rushing TDs.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. He's got it, and the Dolphins are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Dolphins 10. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. Forced to his right. He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On play action, it is Dart. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Out of shotgun, it's Dart. Going up top. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite. Turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
And goal at the 9-yard line.
Ready. Ready, team, with it.
Here's a give to H.M. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Ready. Ready, team, with it.
Now Tua. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Sanders here for the extra point. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Dolphins move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Milton. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big-time play out of the G-men. Pick up of 46 yards.
First down. A gain of 46 yards on the play. And the Giants first down.
Ready, set. Go. Liking 18. Go check. Go check.
Neighbors in motion. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this first half.
1 yard gain.
60 Bison.
On second down, here's Milton. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for third and a yard.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check out.
Here's a designed run. He'll try to run for it. And he will slide to a stop. Kind of a hydroplane effect there, but he does have the first down.
And the Giants first down.
Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal.
Ready.
Go with their fullback trying to get it. And he'll try to use his size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Okay, break.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line.
Get it. No, no, let's go.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. So the last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready, ready.
Looking to throw, it's Milton. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Giants have tied it at 17.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This taken at the 5. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Go ahead.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Open receiver downfield. This one is caught. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A huge play just before the half. 31 yards.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it.
Ready. Ready.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Ready. Hey!
To throw on second down, it's Tua. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
He'll get up here and spike it, and time for one final play right here. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Tua. A ball deep for the end zone. That one. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Miami.
These are the plays that when you look back, like they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up at high point and compete for the ball. And you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
The kick is good, so add one more. It will take a first-half lead into the locker room. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Good drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And I don't think he got there wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6.
Cougar 19, 18, Rattle, 18, Rattle. Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos.
Working out of the gun is Milton. He's going to let this one go deep. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They'll go. Here's Milton. He's going to try it here again. He's got it. And he's going to have the Giants first down. This is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well.
First down, Giants.
19
From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. On the run to the right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable and just line up and snap it again.
Ready?
Neighbors in motion. Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
First and goal, New York.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal.
Here we go. Hawk 70. 70 Rangers. Cut 19.
On the play fake, it's Milton. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York.
The kicker on for the
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone. Because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Go ahead.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
At the 28-yard line.
Second and 10.
Hey, get set. 19, 20, TX.
Once again, it's Achane. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
At the 37-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
Tua going to throw here on 3rd and 1. That went out wide to Achane. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a first down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Hey, turn about two.
So fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Miami.
First and 10 at the
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. but the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
All right, come on.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Ready. Ready, team.
From the gun, here's Tua. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. That one gives him a 1st down. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal.
Ready. Ready, team.
Tua, give it to Achane. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped him for no gain at the
4-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
Ready, team.
Tua gonna throw. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. Now Sanders on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins will go up by 7.
Makes the score Dolphins 31, Giants 24. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
70, come on, come on. Hey, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Play action, now it's Melton. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Chop Robinson, the man to bring him down. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout.
Ready up.
Here's 3rd and 7.
18. Red. Panther 11. Panther 11. Warriors step 19 Lions. Ready.
From the gun, here's Milton. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To the air, it's Milton. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Okay,
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Nice.
To throw, it's Milton. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Giant first down.
Cut 19. Ready.
They'll go play action here with Milton. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Milton going to look to throw it again. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Throw once more. Here's Milton. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
1st and goal, Giants.
Here's a run. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
He was taken down.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 18 runs. 60 bites.
Throwing on 2nd down is Milton. Flush to his right. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Throwing is Milton. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Giants. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Go ahead. Ready?
Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And it'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Tua. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down. They snap it to Tua. This is intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires.
And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. A big hole. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Achane. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Tua. Going for it all. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
So, Mike, you find yourself in some of these inclement weather games, whether it's rain or snow. Really, the challenge falls on the defensive side. They're usually more in a reactionary position where they got to change directions and they got to react to the plays and the movement of the offense. So what you want to do in these bad games is keep the ball underneath, tackle well in space, and say, okay, offense, snap that slippery ball one more time, throw it one more time. Just make them go the long way. Don't get them off the hook by giving them a one-play score.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Miami. His second TD of the game. This one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
19 tight, 19 tight. Stephanie. 19 Charger, 19.
To fake the give, and now it's Milton. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that is incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
70, Corey, 70.
On second down, here's Milton. Rolling right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game. But no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Big play coming up. This is third down.
Here we go. Pass to 60. Pass, go.
From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
First down.
They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down, Giants.
On the jump. Pass to 60. Pass to 60.
Williams in motion.
70. 70. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
19, 18, 5 in. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Milton to the air on second down. Moving outside the pocket. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So anytime the quarterback leaves the pocket, immediately all the receivers, Mike, have to go scramble drill. Continue to work open, separate, give your quarterback somewhere to go with the ball, but give credit to the defense. They plaster on all the eligible receivers, and he has to just throw this one away.
And he will have a Giants first down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on third and inches.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Hold the ready.
First down, New York.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Second down, 8 for the first down. They'll drop to throw. Out to his right. Now he'll run.
These plays just kill you, these defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain him. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
This crowd trying to be a factor, getting very loud now. It's 3rd and 5. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. Here is 1st and goal.
Check. Now, ready. Cooking. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal.
65 catch, 18 card. Ready.
Looking out of the gun is Milton. Headed left.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, your chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal.
Panther 11. 60 Maverick.
Throwing, Milton. Flush to his right. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger.
Milton's pass. Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's 2. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. They'll stop it. Just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not. But things are pretty much spoken for.
Gain of 12 yards.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. To return is Williams. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Ready up.
Here is 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
Looking to throw, it's Milton. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And this is a touchdown. going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. With timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's first down.
44. Ready. Ready, team! Turbo 3, kick! Step. Out!
From the gun, here's Tua. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
That is brought in. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. And the clock will stop. Timeout called with 5 seconds remaining.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
Here we go. First and goal.
Get set! Ready, team! 32 stinger.
Fake the hand. Now, Tua. That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock.
And with nothing open, he might have been better off just trying to see if he can make something happen with his legs. But with the way this defense is flying around, I'm not sure there was a play to be made either way.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal.
Ready, out!
One last throw here for Tua. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. He works free, right side. He's inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, New York. So a road win here for the Giants. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.